Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Um, yeah, please wait for 1 or 2 minutes, guys. Then we'll start. Okay. Hey, Manikanta.
Time.
Jay, good morning.
Hi, Krishna. Good morning.
Hey. Okay, guys, let's start. Okay. Um, Let me share my screen. So 1 or 2 days we have a little bit delay, guys, because we have we need to check with the people to join and who are going to continue or all these things. It will take a bit of time, but otherwise we can start sharp 8 o'clock. every day. Okay. Okay. So yesterday, what we discussed about the like what is cloud and what is on premises, what is the difference between that, and what are the different type of clouds we have it, and we discussed about what is cloud vendors are available in the market now. What are the familiar cloud vendors in the market like AWS, Azure, and GCP? And then we discussed about how the customer can choose the which is the right cloud for them to select that. So we discussed yesterday like it is depends on the cost and quality of the and location. These things are very important to identify like which cloud is fit for him. So that is the cost is definitely we are definitely we can check with that with because we have different cloud vendors are available in the market. And so in older days, like, even though when the cloud comes into the market, like the customers are stick with a specific cloud. So we can try to use the services from the specific cloud only. Like if the people start their deploy their infrastructure into Azure, so they try to use almost every service from the Azure only. They cannot go beyond that. But nowadays, the situation is changed. Like we are going to use multi-cloud now. So they are going to use some services from the cloud, from the Azure, some services from AWS, some services from GCP. So we can integrate and the primary in Azure and DR in um, different clouds like GCP or AWS, something like that. So the perception of the customer is changed. Like they broadly think about that. They focus on cost and quality. All these things they are going to be considered, and then they are going to decide which cloud is the best for him, best for them. Okay. So the another point is like region also very important when they are going to deploy their services. So definitely the customer is expecting to use the target audience. Like for example, I have an application. That application is mostly they're going to use by South India people, for example. So the customer is expecting to deploy their application, the servers and their inside that application. It has to be located in a nearest location of their audience, like customers. So they're thinking about because of the so many reasons like latency will be there mostly because for example your customers are located in South India, but your servers are in East US too. So they definitely the latency will be there. So the network latency, that means speed of the connectivity and all these things. So that's the customers also expecting that servers are has to be nearest location of their customers. So if you go to the Azure standpoint, you can see Azure having the data centers in all over the world. Almost you can see it is in every region they have data centers. Like you can see Norway West, West Europe, UK South, North Europe, UK West, France Central, everywhere. You can see that. In India also they have some regions also. You can see that. So you can see we have Brazil South. South India, you can see here, Central India, West India. So these are the three regions we have it. Okay. So you can see that different colors here. So some colors are very completely blue, and some icons like blue color with white spot, and some of them are you can see dots. You can see that. You can see Israel Central. You see the dots. You can see the Qatar Central. It is a dots. So what does it mean that? What is the difference between these things? Actually, we can see these dots are basically you can see here available regions. I can say the blue color is saying that every blue color we have a data center. The physical location is available on this particular location. The data center is available on this particular region. So where we have the spots, white spots in the blue, that means they have multiple data centers on the same region. Multiple data centers on the same region. So where we can see the dots, right? These dots, that means they are going to create a data centers on these regions. So you can see that Qatar Central, there is no data center for Microsoft now, but they are start building new data center in Qatar Central, like the same as Israel Central, Mexico Central. They are going to start new buildings, new data centers on these regions. You can see that Spain Central. So there is no data center for Microsoft as of now. Okay. They are going to build these data centers soon. The data centers will be available. So the data centers color in the blue color, it has a single data center in these regions. They don't have any multiple data centers. Okay. So why this multiple data centers also required? So we will discuss about this. We can call it as an availability zones. What is the benefit of availability zones? We will discuss later. But they have a multiple data centers on the same region. Okay. So we have three regions like West India, Central India, South India. There is no availability zones available in any of these regions. We have only single data center in all three regions what we have in India. Is it clear? So reason is nothing but it's a data center location. Okay. So we have is it clear? Yes, region wise. If you go to like we can check that which cloud have more data centers. You can compare with that. You can go to the cloud. You can type data center, compare AWS, 6.Azure data center list. You can see. So this is the AWS. We have only 34 regions for AWS. Over 60 regions for Azure. Okay. Availability zones, we have 108 for AWS. It is 163 for Azure. Okay. So the comparison between the one of the topmost cloud vendors like AWS, Azure have more data centers. It occupied more regions in all over the world. So they definitely, they are going to, spread their business all over the world. They have available the data centers are available for the customers when they are going to deploy their infrastructure. So they have, so when these locations are, the data centers are available, and they definitely the customers also increased because they are expecting their infrastructure has to be deployed on their nearest location to reduce the latency. So location is also very, very important. Okay. So the Microsoft is, going drastically increase their data centers in all over the world. So all these data centers are internally connected. All these data centers are internally connected. Even though the data centers in India, that is connected to US data center internally. They have cables under the sea, right? They are going to use that cables to connect it to all the data centers are internally connected all over the world, right? So you can't imagine how big cable they are going to use. You can go to the, moon 10 times, how big it is. So the cables, what they are going to, use to connect it to the internally with all the data centers, that is more than that. How big it is, you can imagine. All the cables are go through the undersea. All are internally connected. Okay. And we are going to discuss about the paired regions. What is the paired regions? What is the meaning of this? For example, East US2, I have one data center. Okay. Microsoft have a data center in East US2. So Microsoft build the same type of data center in somewhere else, like West US2. Okay. They can call as this is the paired region of East US2 is a paired region of West US2, or West US2 is a paired region of East US2. What is the meaning of paired region? So they have data centers all over the world, right? So why they are specially called as paired? Why this is required? Okay. These are the two important points we need to understand here. Paired region is whatever it is the distance between these two data centers is minimum of 300 miles. 300 miles. Okay. So why this is required? Why it is required a paired region? Paired region is nothing but it's identical data center is created. What is the meaning of identical? Whatever the services are running is available here in this data center, the same services are available in this data center. For example, AKS is available in this data center. AKS is available here. Cognitive services are available in this data center. Cognitive services are available in this data center. You can see like they can create trusted virtual machines are available here. We have here the same thing. Ultra disk is available here. Same ultra disk is available here. So whatever the services are running on this particular data center, exactly the same services are running in this data center. Why it is required? Why this particular cloud vendors are maintaining this? For example, for any reason, if this particular data center is crashed due to any issue like earthquakes or floods, something like that, this entire data center is closed. from natural disasters. How these customers are going to run their business without affecting their business. So they are going to the Microsoft recommended this is your primary region. You have to choose the paid region as a your DR site. Why? Because whatever the services are available here, the same services can be seen in the your DR site. So any reason, any natural disasters or tsunami or whatever it is, this data center is closed, you can migrate your services, resources to your DR site, and all the services are available, and you can run your business without impact. You can connect to the any other data centers also. There is no hard stop. You can create. Okay. You can make this as a primary and this is as a DR. We can do that. But Microsoft cannot give a guarantee saying that whatever the services are running here, it may not be available on this region. There is no guarantee. If we want to make this region as a data DR location, that is the customer choice. But Microsoft recommended go with the paired region only because you have a similar services, similar setup is available on the primary and a paired region. Clear guess what is a paired region? Any confusion here? Is it clear for everyone? Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have we have the paired regions list also we is there we can see here. You can see this is the paired region. North Central US, the paired region is South Central US. East US to East US, West US. West US to West Central US. Okay. Canada Central, Canada East. In India also you can see. India South, India Central. So in India South, what are the data center we have? The identical data centers available on India Central. Okay. So these are the paid regions. You can choose the paid region when you go for DR setup. So that will help. The Microsoft will guarantee all the services are available on the primary regions will be available on your DR set. So that is a paid region very important when you design your architecture and you can design for your DR setup basically. When you go as an architect, we have to choose the right paid region for your customer says that West US is my primary region. We have to in the DR we need to be set up on Central US only. Okay, that is the recommended one. It is not mandatory, it's a recommended one. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about that. Okay, we know that we have the data centers are available for cloud and these data centers are maintained by cloud vendor. Okay. What type of service they are going to offer? We know that we are discuss some services are available, same services are available in paid region and all these things. The first point, what are the services they are offered by cloud? We need to see that. So in cloud, they have they're offered three types of services they're going to offer in broader way. I'm trying to say that is infrastructure as a service. These are the service models we are going to discuss. The first one is the infrastructure as a service, and second model is platform as a service, and third one is software as a service. This we can call as service models. There are three types of service models. So they are categorized all the services into three categories. One is infrastructure service, one is a platform as a service, another one is a software as a service. Okay, we can simply discuss about this. Here, so before you are going to use any service, right? They have how we are going to use their services, like if you are going to create a virtual machine. Okay, so if you want to build a virtual machine, before that we require one physical server. Okay, so the physical server is required some storage. Some storage is required some networking. Physically these things are important. Okay, these physical servers and storage, networking, what are the physical components we have, everything is required to build a data center, right? So these setup up to virtualization, we don't have any access. It is completely vendor responsibility. Anything. The physical components, physical setup, physical storage, networking, physical networking, like cables are connected to the each and every storage device and all. The underlying setup is the physical setup. We don't have any access in the data center. Okay. So what they are going to do, they are going to install any, yesterday we discussed what is the virtualization. Virtualization is nothing but they are installing VMware or Hyper-V at the top of their physical servers. So we can access above that level. Up to virtualization, the entire setup is maintained by cloud vendor. Okay. So at the top of it, like we can create a virtual machine. We can install whatever the softwares are required, and we can install our applications or softwares, whatever it is. We can store your data inside the virtual machine. Okay. We can log into this virtual machine. Everything we can do if you go as a infrastructure as a service model. And here, up to here, any issue with the physical components, any issue with the data center, up to virtualization, this is cloud vendor responsibility. That is not our responsibility. But once you create a virtual machine, your responsibility to maintain this virtual machine. Maintain means your virtual machine is required patchings. Your virtual machine is required upgrades, OS level upgrades. If you install any software inside that particular virtual machine, you are the responsible to maintain the patchings and all for that upgrades for that particular softwares. And if you install any application on inside the virtual machine, you are the responsible to maintain that application. Any enhancements, changes, if application is down, if you do some modification or done a mistake, so that is your responsibility. Your means the who are going to support to the customer. For example, I am the customer. I contacted HCL. HCL create one server for me, and they installed one application here. Okay, so this server maintenance, this application maintenance, if we have any database, this database maintenance, everything is taken care by HCL. That is not responsible by Microsoft. But the underlying physical server, underlying networking, underlying virtualization, these things are responsible by Microsoft. So this model we can call it as the infrastructure as a service model. So we have a complete right on to connect to the server, log into the server, install whatever the softwares you want, and adding new things inside the virtual machine. We can do everything whatever you want. So you can log into the virtual machine. These type of options we can comes under the infrastructure as a model, and you are the responsible for this setup, for the patchings, upgrades, whatever it is. Okay. 1 second, guys. Okay. Sorry, guys. So this we can come the responsibility is going to be changed on each and every service model. So here we are the responsible to maintain the what are the servers or whatever the things we are going to use it. For if you go to the platform as a service model, so up to virtualization, Microsoft will take care of. After that, you can create a virtual machine, right? This virtual machine also maintained by Microsoft cloud vendor only. Like this particular server patchings, maintenance, everything is taken care by Microsoft. We don't have any access to log into this server, but you can install your application inside this particular server. So we are the responsible only for this application. We are not responsible for this server maintenance. This server is maintained by Microsoft, or it's a cloud vendor. Who is that cloud vendor? This is a common for any cloud. So those type of service we can call as a platform as a service model. So like we have so many services like this: web apps, function apps, Azure firewall, okay, VPN gateway. So many services are there. All these services are comes under the platform as a service model. So that means wherever the service is running, the underlying servers are maintained by Microsoft. If the server is down, Microsoft is responsible for that. We are not responsible. Like HCL is not responsible for that. You need to contact Microsoft to check it. Any patchings, reboots, like while patching, upgrades, anything, everything is maintained by the high availability. We'll discuss what is the high availability and all. This is responsible by Microsoft, and we don't have any option to log into the server. We cannot install any softwares. Only that service we can utilize it, but we cannot install any extra softwares or nothing. We don't have any choice to log into the server at all. This server is maintained by cloud vendor. These type of service we can call as a platform as a service model. Third one is the software as a service model. So in this service model, the underlying virtual up to virtualization, everything is maintained by Microsoft. Apart from that, the server, for example, I have one server. Inside the server, I have application. The server responsibility, this application responsibility also taken care by your cloud vendor. You can examples like Office 365. So in Office 365, what is it's a SaaS model, software service model. So the configuration setups and emails, everything is maintained by Microsoft only. We can just take a license and install it and utilize it. You are least responsibility of maintaining this backups of emails and the setup of emails. If any email is not working or if unfortunately if you delete anything, we need to contact Microsoft to restore it. We are not maintaining anything. The entire application or in service now. This is also software as a service model. Many services are there like that. So the advantage of software as a service model is entire application and servers, everything is maintained by cloud vendor only. We are least bothered about that. We can utilize that service, pay for that, and if anything goes wrong on that service, you can contact cloud vendor. That's it. That particular service provider. We are not maintaining anything. That is not our responsibility. Okay. So if these models are available, why we can go with the infrastructure as a service model? Why we are take a responsibility overhead and all this? So some advantages and disadvantages are there, and based on our requirements, these service models, we are going to use infrastructure service model, or you can use a software service model, or you can use as a software service model. You can understand these service models slowly when you go deep into the course. Okay, maybe now we have some confusion, so how this process works, but you can just understand these are the three service models. These are infrastructure service model, platform as a service model, and software as a service model. Okay, so these are categorized their entire services into three categories. Okay, any questions on this? You can see here the Azure service models. In on-premises, we are the responsible for entire data center, the physical networking, storage, the servers, virtualization. On top of it, we have OS, middleware, runtime, everything we are responsible to maintain it. Whoever is have a data center, like particular service provider, need to take care of everything. So once you go to the cloud, right? These is the infrastructure service model. This is a platform as a service model. This is software as a service model. You can see up to this level common for any service model, because this is maintained by cloud vendors. The physical networking, physical storage, physical servers. At the top of we have virtualization. Up to this level, responsibility of cloud vendor. In Azure, Microsoft is responsible for that. And on top of it, in infrastructure as a model, you can create your required server, a Linux server or Windows server or Mac server, whatever it is. What type of server you are going to create, you can have a choice to select the operating system, and you can install the middleware like in any softwares. If you want to install it, you can record any runtime software. So if you want to install it, you can deploy some applications, you can store some data inside that. So you can do everything by yourself, but you are the responsible to maintain all these things. For example, if you have a server, you deployed some application, some software inside that virtual machine, then it is going down. So that is your responsibility. So your server is rebooting due to some patching. You run some patchings, your server is rebooted. So once it is rebooted, your application is not available. So that is your responsibility. You can check what time you can reboot and what time you can update your patchings and all for the server. All these things, that is your responsibility. You can see here, if your platform is service model, up to runtimes, middleware, OS, everything is maintained by cloud vendor. Only application and data, we are responsible for that. So we don't have any choice to, do the patchings. We don't have any choice to reboot your service. One second. Okay, sorry guys. So here, this applications and data is maintained by, we are the responsible for that. So it's a software as service model. Everything is maintained by cloud vendor. Like I told you, right? Office 365 is an example for that. The underlying software inside the application and the backups, maintenance of that particular application, everything is cloud responsibility, the vendor responsibility to do that. Okay. You can give an example. I will show you that. For example, you have your own car. Own car is nothing but your on premises type that. You are the responsible for everything. You need to invest your money, bring your new car. You are the responsible to maintain that car. The like insurance, road tax, cleaning of your, this particular engine maintenance, cleaning of your car. So everything you are responsible, everything. Okay. If you go to the cloud, if you go to the infrastructure as a model, just like our leased car. Leased car means we are not investing anything. You take a leased car from someone. But after that, you are the responsible to maintaining of this car, like cleaning of this car, maintaining of engine maintenance, road taxes, insurance, all these things you are responsible. But you are not investing anything, just take a leased car. That model comes under the infrastructure as a model. If you go to the taxi, like Uber or Ola, it's a platform as a service model. We are using this service, the car service, to travel it. But we are not responsible to anything like driving, maintenance of this car, cleaning of this car, engine maintenance, insurance, nothing. You are not responsible to anything. Only we are using this service and you are responsible to take care of by yourself. But you should tell where we need to get in and where we need to get out from the car. That is just like a Uber and Ola. That is also platform as service model. So we are not responsible to any other things. We don't have any choice to modify anything, this car, because we are not owner of this car. We can just use that service. The travel service, we are going to use it. The SaaS model is just like a bus. Bus, okay, no need to inform anything. We can get down anywhere. You can buy a ticket and get down anywhere. You are not responsible for anything about the bus. Wherever you want, you can get in, take the ticket, and wherever you want, you can get down. There is no one stopping for that. Okay. So we don't responsibility to the entire bus, like the maintenance of this bus, any road taxes or maintenance, insurance, everything will taken care by someone else. Only we are get into the bus and get out the bus wherever you want. For example, you bought a ticket for Vijayawada or Vizag or something like that, you get down anywhere, whatever you want. That is your choice, right? This is the realistic. I know in a day-to-day in our life, we are going to use this type of models also in our life. Okay. So the same strategy are going to be implemented in cloud also. So, but we are going to discuss on the, you know, uh, IT technology, or they are going to use a different naming conventions they have for that. Okay. This is the broadly divided into three categories. Any doubts, guys? Any confusion here? You can ask any questions related to this because this is important to understand. Any confusion here? Or is it clear for everyone? All good? Ajay, Manikanta,
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, Krishna.
clear it? Okay. 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 Then we are going to discuss about the deployment models. What is the deployment models? We have it. So that means we have a public cloud, we have a private cloud, we have a hybrid cloud. So deployment means how you are going to use your services in cloud. Whatever the servers we have or databases, whatever it is available for everyone, or you want to make your services in a secured way, like it's a private cloud, or you have a setup in on-premises and cloud. You have both the services, both models, you are going to be communicate each other all the time. This is called hybrid model. We can call as hybrid deployment model. So how your setup is going to be do? Your services are available in the cloud only. Your services, your public access, everything is there. Anyone can access these services. We can call as public deployment. It is like we have a services deployed in cloud, but it is completely on specific network. It does not expose to the internet So no one can access until unless you give access. It is completely private. The hybrid means you have an on-premises setup, you have a cloud. So some services are running in our on-premises data center. Some services we are going to use on cloud. So we have a connection between these two. So always we can connect from our on-premises server to the data, the cloud server. A cloud server is connected to the on-premises data center server, vice versa. This model we can call as hybrid model. So depends on requirement, depends on setup. Like some servers and some customers already have a setup in the on-premises. They want to migrate to cloud, but they don't want to migrate everything. They want to migrate only few of the servers to the cloud, and they want to use some services from the cloud. Then we can create a channel between these two data centers. This is the cloud data center. This is your on-premises data center. Okay, you can connect from the servers who are it is deployed in the cloud. The services are available in local your on-premises data center. You can communicate because of this connection. We will discuss more into that how these models can be deployed. So how the public model can deploy, how the private model can deploy, how the hybrid model can deploy, can use it. So we have different options like site-to-site VPN, express route. So many things are there. How to connect the setup and all. So we'll discuss deep into that. Okay. So each model we have different benefits. We have it. So the cost and all. You can see the public cloud. Public clouds are most common layoff. The way of deploying cloud computing. The cloud resources like servers, storage are owned and operated by third party. Cloud services provided and delivered over the internet. So we can access to the internet. We can allow to connect from the through the internet. So those type of services can deploy it in the cloud. That cloud we can call as a public cloud. If you go to the private cloud, it is completely isolated. The private cloud consists of computing resources used exclusively by one business or organization. The provided can be physically located of your organization's on-site data center, or it can be hosted on a third-party service provider. But in a private cloud, the services and infrastructures are always maintained and private network. You need to remember that. It's completely isolated. So we have a services like servers, databases, storage, and everything, but we don't have a direct access to these servers because these all are on one network. We have some boundary. Whoever have a access, then those people only connected to that. Otherwise, no choice. In a hybrid model, we can connect from your data center to on-prem to cloud. We can do that. It's exclusively only the people who are available in this their data center, only those people will connect to the services. We'll see that. What is the hybrid model? So benefits are, we can see here. So best of the both worlds. Okay. Hybrid cloud combine on-premises infrastructure or a private cloud with public clouds in an organization can be advantage of both. Okay. You can use the public and high volumes, lower security needs, such as web-based instances. Like you can communicate for on-premises data center to the cloud data centers. So some services available on cloud, like storage. For example, you want to deploy some data into the cloud. We can use the cloud storage. We'll discuss more onto that. Okay. We'll see. Any doubts, guys, till now?
No.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to stop here, guys. So tomorrow we'll continue to how to connect our Azure cloud, how to create an account, and how to what type of different type of accounts we have it, and how to create that. So what are the prerequisites to create an account? I will show you all these things tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. So there is no issue to connect tomorrow, right? We have a festival tomorrow. Is it fine? Everyone is available.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, we are
Yeah,
available.
Okay, then.
available.
Okay, then we'll connect tomorrow. Okay, at the same time. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thanks for today.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.